that's right. We're right here at Sharp Facets Gallery. Yes, I'm Ann Eller, and today is my very great pleasure to be talking to Lieutenant Dale Kittles with the Sheriff's Department right here in Greenwood. He is the AD of Post Legion 20 right here. We're going to be talking about the big upcoming tournament. The state tournament is right here in Greenwood. So how you doing today, Dale?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great? This is an exciting time, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very exciting time. Busy.
Busy.
Very busy.
Yes, and of course, it was a shame they lost that game, wasn't it? Number 5, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. It hurt, but the guys played their hearts out, and we were very, very proud of them.
Now, one of the things I wanted to discuss, if I remember correctly, that you've had, because you had so many turn out this year, you actually had 2 teams, or what did we have here?
Well, actually, this year was the first year for having a junior league, and that's
Okay.
the 17 and under, but
Right.
we did have a lot of turnout.
Right, so that had to make you feel good when you get that many guys turning out.
Yes, ma'am. It's very exciting for that as well.
Absolutely. So, Dale, where are you from?
I'm from Greenwood. I'm a homeboy.
You're a homeboy. And you've been, let's see, you were telling me that you and Sonny had been in the police department and then, of course, in the sheriff's department. And I said that when you're talking about community related, you said, yeah, and I mentioned Sonny.
That's right. Sonny Cox and I have been partners probably out of my 26 years, 24 of those 26 years.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yes. And what do you think of the philosophy of the sheriff's department, police department, policing in general? What do you think is important today?
Well, I think it's important to recognize community-oriented type policing, and I know that's what Sheriff Davis is focusing a lot on. And that is absolutely where we need to be at and how we need to do it. Get back in touch with the community. And in many aspects, these cars, the air conditioning, the hot weather, we roll them up and kind of tune people out. We've got to roll them down and continue talking to us. And I think that's what we're getting back to.
Absolutely. Of course, one of the problems with Greenwood is it's a county and it's huge, particularly for the sheriff's department.
Oh yes,
I mean that's difficult. Isn't it?
It's very difficult. It takes a while to get from point A to point B sometimes.
Yeah. So I think that makes an issue. But I agree. And you know what? I know I've talked to Sonny, and I know I've talked to Tony Davis, and of course that has been his get out and talk to the people.
That's right. He is really. He's old school when it comes to that, and that's really old policing.
So it's good that we've got that back right here in Greenwood. Now, of course, if you're hearing the name Dale Kittles, I'm sure you know that Lauren Kittles certainly had a long battle, but she was very valiant in her battle. And of course, so part of Post Legion 20 is the nice part is that they were associated.
That's right. She would go with my wife and myself, and we'd go to the games, and she'd shag fly balls, and she loved the games, she loved sports, and that was a big part of her life.
Absolutely. So it's kind of, because before you weren't the AD. How'd you get involved in becoming the AD?
I was asked after Lauren was brought in as an honorary member of the Post 20 baseball team. They asked me would I be interested for the following year to become athletic officer or athletic director. And I couldn't commit for obvious reasons. But shortly after my daughter passed away, I was confronted again, and they said, well, I'd be interested in it. And out of a sense of loyalty, Legion was so good to Lauren and my family and some of the things they did for us that I felt I owed it to them. But it turned out that it wasn't I owed it them. It was something that I think it was kind of a calling because I had thoroughly enjoyed it. It has been, I guess it's been my recovery process.
That's terrific to have something like that there, isn't it?
It really is. These young guys, many of them knew my daughter, and they would talk about her, and just being out there and just visualizing a lot of things with her being out there and talking with these kids and stuff. So it's really been great. Absolutely.
Well, that was a really nice article that was written in Sunday's paper about her.
Oh, it was, and I had no idea what Scott Chancey had, and he called me after a ball game and said, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, I want to do an article. I don't know how he knew that I could see my daughter speaking there, and he put it on paper better than I could ever describe it.
That's terrific.
Yes.
That's terrific. And for all those that knew her struggles and everything, I know it meant a lot.
It did. It took me a while to get through the article. I couldn't see from tearing up a little bit.
Well, That's terrific. Well, we are here. We're going to be talking with Dale Kittles this afternoon. We're going to be talking a little bit about his job as the Greenwood County SWAT commander. That's right. And of course, you even were telling me you were over in, was it Afghanistan or Iraq?
Afghanistan.
You were over in Afghanistan as a contract?
I was a Department of State contractor assigned to the law enforcement training group there.
Yeah. So, and then you came back here, and how did you get into the SWAT commander position here? Everybody left?
Yeah. Somebody left the light on, I walked in. After Sheriff Davis was elected sheriff, he contacted me, and through the mutual conversation, my desire to want to come back and get back to law enforcement with him. And after he hired me in the position of training manager was what he had focused me to do. I accepted that, and he said, well, I also want you to head up the SWAT team. And that's been one of the areas of I guess, if there's an expert field I've ever participated in. I've got a lot of tactical training, both in the military and in the civilian aspect of it. So I got tapped with that.
Now, what exactly does SWAT do?
Well, in Greenwood County, what we have is it's not a full-time SWAT team, but we do have instances where it is required for special situations, for high-risk situations. You have individuals is a little bit more highly trained or more proficient in certain skills that we go out for anything from high-risk search warrants to high-risk arrest warrants or different situations that may arise. It's a little more tedious than uniform patrol responding.
This has to be something that 20 or 30 years ago we did not need here in Greenwood.
You're probably right. I have been part of a SWAT team here in Greenwood for about 16 years. Mm-hmm. And it went from just basically every now and then you'd meet up and do a little training to now we got to really get proficient with this stuff.
Right.
And, so it's changed over the years.
Absolutely. So we are here. We are talking with Dale. We're going to be talking about what's coming up this weekend. Actually starts, the game starts Saturday. I thought it was a perfect time to find out a little bit more about the American Legion, what they do in relationship to the baseball. The number of scholarships and everything that are out there are really phenomenal. So I hope you stay right with us right here on WCRS, right here in Greenwood. Yes, I'm Ann Eller. Yes, I'm here with Lieutenant Dale Kittles. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. All right, we're right back here at Sharp Facets Gallery. Hey, if you've got a question for Dale Kittles, give us a call, 229-7984. That's 229-7984. Of course, Dale is a lieutenant in the sheriff's office. He's the SWAT commander. I like saying that, SWAT commander. There you go. And we're just sitting here talking about what's coming up this weekend. This is huge, folks. Has Greenwood ever hosted as a state champion games?
Yes, they did a number of years ago. I don't know the exact date. I should know that, but it was far enough back I don't remember.
Okay.
So it's probably been like 7, 8 years ago, maybe. I may be wrong with that. We were confronted in Goose Creek last year when we made the state tournament, and everyone wanted us to sponsor again because our facility.
Well, particularly when you're able to play at the Stephen P. Dolney baseball field over there at Lander at the Mace Center. That's fabulous. Oh,
and that wound up being a second deal. And we didn't know we was going to be able to do that, but what everyone else loved was the mere fact of our facility we have down at Legion. Of course, Lander, they said, wow, you get to go to Lander too. But Legion Field has been there since 1951, and everyone loves playing in that stadium. Sure.
So now the way this will work, everybody will get a chance to play over there at Lander, and then, of course, over there at the Legion Field, if I'm understanding this.
That's correct. We set it out to where at some point in time you will get at least one game at Lander.
So now, coming up, the games actually start Saturday morning. Is that right?
That's correct. At 9 o'clock, we'll be playing simultaneous games, one at Lander, one at Legion, and then after that game, it'll be some downtime during the heat. And at 7 o'clock, there'll be 2 more games simultaneously, one at Lander, one at Legion.
So you can pitch which games you'd like to watch.
Well, I like to, for the local people, Saturday at 7 o'clock at Legion. That's when Post 20 boys, the Post 20 Braves now.
Okay, well, there you go.
And they'll be out there, so we definitely need the fans to come out and cheer us on.
So which is that, 7 o'clock in the morning?
No, 7 o'clock p.m.
7 p.m.
Yeah, and be at Legion Field.
Okay, all right. So now, what is the chance of our guys putting it away? Now, you were telling me they lost by what, 2 runs on the last?
That's right. Monday night we lost by 2 runs. We have as much chance as we've ever had. We have some very talented players. We have 18 talented players, but this is one of the better records we've had over many years.
What do you think that is? If you who's actually doing the coaching? What's the deal going on there?
I tell you, Matt Kite, Hunter Dallas, and Matt Baker. Those 3 have come together and have put these guys together as a team. It's been amazing to watch them grow through the season.
No, they're new coaches this year.
Well, Mac and Hunter coached last year with Legion, but all 3 are experienced coaches to some degree. If you look at their lack of gray hair, they're nowhere close to some of the experienced coaches out there. But I think what they bring is the leadership, the organizational skills they have, and the understanding and the love for the ball, for the baseball itself, has meant a lot out there.
Yeah, one of the things that we were just talking about was how the size of the crowd has grown as they have progressed here.
Oh yes, of course. When the season first started, we had our pretty much a normal crowd show up, which is good. But the last game, I think we estimated 350 individuals out there. It was huge. It was great, and I tell you, our team is good, but when the crowd's out there cheering you on, it contributes a little bit to the game.
It makes it that much bigger.
It does. It really does.
That's right. And it's an experience, isn't it, to have an outside game and just dealing with the weather and everything else.
It is. I mean, to me, that's just true old U.S. Let's go to a baseball game and cheer your local team on, and I tell you, the atmosphere is just great.
So, and I know you did some 50-50 raffles, and you had some other fun stuff going out there for the crowd too.
Yeah, we obviously had the 50-50 going, but for a while we had what's called and actually Hunter Dallas come up with this one, a 7-iron 7-inning, and
right.
That was taking the 7-iron and knocking it out of the stadium, and you would receive a free hat. And we did that it was kind of late in the season we got it started, but it's something to generate some fun for the 7-inning stretch.
Yeah, so these are the type of things, and if you want good old-fashioned entertainment, this is it.
Oh yes, and we got good hot dogs and hamburgers there too. So.
Good hot dogs and hamburgers. Well, there you go. Well, now let's talk a little bit about how the schedule. So it's going to be Saturday through Wednesday.
That's correct.
That's right, and you'll be playing Saturday and Sunday. How are you playing Saturdays?
Yeah, Saturday and Sundays, like I said earlier, was we'll be splitting fields. We did that to keep everyone out of the heat. Down at Goose Creek last year, we actually had 2 players go down because of heat injuries. So when we had the opportunity to have 2 fields, we decided we split it up. But then when it comes around to Monday, everything will be at Legion Field. We'll have 3 games that day. Tuesday will be 2 games. Barring we don't have any ties that we got to play out. And then Wednesday will be a championship game. We're back over at Lander, and that'll be a 10 a.m. game.
10 a.m. in the morning. What a beautiful time to be out there playing a little baseball.
That's right.
Now, how many teams are actually coming in for this weekend?
There'll be 8 teams coming in.
Okay.
It'll be 4 from the upper state, and obviously 4 from the lower state, and Greenwood being one of the upper states. And so we'll have 7 teams staying in motels right here with their families and friends and all that stuff. So it brings a lot to the community as well.
Absolutely. Now, are some of them staying at Lander?
No.
No?
We had talked about trying to do that with Lander, and it didn't. We just couldn't get, just couldn't. So what we did, we got 2 local motels that is a bidding process, I guess you could say, and we put them with 2 motels inside the city of Greenwood, actually.
Well, that's great. That's accommodation tax, that's food and people eating and all that good
right.
stuff. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
So that's going to bring a lot, and I know a lot of people probably be coming out of town, even if it's just for the weekend or for a day or something.
This generally brings a pretty good crowd. We anticipate anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 people coming just to support it throughout the week. Yeah.
That's huge.
It's really huge, yes.
You know, you think that everything's done by the time you get through the Flower Festival and the Festival of Discovery, and then bam, this is right here too.
You know, and I think that the community supports it because they realize that fact. But this is a stepping stone. This particular series here is a stepping stone. Who wins this, the state goes to the regionals, and that'll be played in Sumter. And whoever wins the regional winds up going to Shelby, North Carolina for the national. So this is the first stepping stone into something really big.
Shelby, North Carolina.
Shelby.
Wait a minute, Shelby for the Nationals?
Yeah, that's where it's at. That's where the Nationals is played, yeah.
Wow, I would have thought the Midwest or something, or do they?
They actually have a facility up there that's dedicated. My understanding is they built a huge facility. I've never been there. They say it's something to go see, but it's really, really, really nice, and so that's where they have it at.
Shelby, North Carolina. How about that? You go, Shelby. That's great. All right. Well, we're going to talk some more about what is going on with Post 20. This is huge. Now, these guys have really done a great job this year, and it is something to see. And you know, it's just old time entertainment. You know, the thing I like about the Legion Field, you've got the cement seats, and you know, it's just like you're really going back in time.
Oh, it is. We're one of the oldest stadiums around. Like I said, it's been there since 1951, and it's people love it. They come out here. We played one team that got off their bus and they stopped and looked at the field and they said, "Wow, guys, this is y'all's field." And I said, "Yeah, it's our field." They said, "That's something to be proud of," and they like coming back playing. We actually had North Carolina, Hendersonville, North Carolina, that contacted us and asked to come down and do an out of league play, and they come down and said, "Man, this is old school," and they like it.
Isn't that phenomenal? You would think that they would want the biggest, the most modern, the most bestest facility.
Well, they still want that.
Yeah,
they
I'm
still
sure they
do.
bring
Yeah,
it.
they do. But it's something about going to an old field. They know the history there, and this field's been since '51. So it's seen a lot of players, great players, that's come through there. The Greenwood Braves, actually under Atlanta Braves, was actually played at Dale Murphy and Hubbard and all them. I remember as a kid watching them play there.
Wow. All right. Well, we are talking a little history today. We're talking about baseball. We're talking about Legion Post 20 baseball, to be specific. But it is the state championships right here in Greenwood this weekend. Did you know that? Hey, I bet you didn't know that. If you weren't really paying attention, you might not know this, right? That's why we're doing this today. Yeah, to make sure that everybody knows about it. Other things coming up. You know, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the history here of Legion Post 20. A lot of scholarships for these guys, right?
Oh yes, there's a lot of scholarships out for for different programs. Legion has really, baseball's been one of the biggest things for years. Post 20's been a continuous 71 years having a baseball team in Greenwood. It's one of the longest standing baseball programs around. And, of course, we've had a lot of good players come through and a lot of scholarships to be available to them for participating in baseball.
Wow. Well, you are right here with us. We are going to hear South Carolina news in just a moment. But let's see. How's the weather supposed to be this weekend, Dale?
I don't know. I find myself jinxing myself when I go and look. And so 'cause I definitely don't want the rain to kick in.
You don't want the rain to kick in? Okay, well, I'll just look real quick here and see what they say. Friday, mostly sunny. Let's see, Saturday, isolated thunderstorms.
That's always scary.
High of 94, low of 71, but only a 30% chance of rain. I'll take those odds. Sunday, partly cloudy, 0% chance of rain. And what do we got? Monday, 0, and Tuesday, 20%, and Wednesday, 10%. Not bad.
That's pretty good odds, because about a little bit been different.
Well, that's what the Weather Channel says right here. Hey, I'm Ann Eller. I am right here with Dale Kittles, Lieutenant Dale Kittles, right here on WCRS, right here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Hey, you want to tune us in? You can always get us on the internet at WCRS1450am.net. We'll be back. Don't you go away.
Arg! Are you a pirate or a pack rat? Do you have a vacation of a lifetime sitting in the attic? Or a college tuition hung on a wall? Or is a fabulous retirement hidden in your jewelry box? Bring those items to Sharp Facets Gallery. We can establish value and buy from you or sell for you. And so ends another chapter at Sharp Facets Gallery, 72 Bypass, and on the web, sharpfacets.com.
that's right. We're right back here at Sharp Facets Gallery. Yes, I am here with Lieutenant Dale Kittles. We are talking American Legion baseball. In fact, this weekend, in case you have just joining us, 7 o'clock on Saturday morning?
7 o'clock.
That's awful early, isn't it, Dale?
No, I'm sorry. I said 7 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Maybe I made a mistake. 7 o'clock at night.
7 o'clock at night, that's right.
That's right. So this is going to be a great weekend for baseball, and you definitely want to get out, whether you end up out at Legion Field or in at the Lander Center at the Stephen P. Dolney baseball field there. Now, the charge to go to the games?
Adults is $5.
Okay.
Students is $3, and if I'm not mistaken, I should know this. It's 12 years and under gets in free.
Wow! So
bring your family out.
Absolutely, that's so affordable, isn't it?
Yes.
It really. And what does the money go to that for the gate and everything?
Well, the money goes back into the baseball program, because we don't charge. Legion doesn't charge. That's one of the big things about Legion. We can't carry a large roster. One reason because there's standards. We have to have 18. That's it. We provide all the insurance. We provide the uniforms, the transportation, the food. Only thing we ask is a player to come out and have their glove and cleats. Wow. And so this money goes back into the program.
So now that's going to be that's pretty expensive.
It is. We have some very, very dedicated Legionnaires that go out and we solicit for donations. We go to certain businesses around. We get your organization. I mean, you've advertised for us as far as pancake breakfasts and such as that to raise money. We have Action Sports that has been a big advocate of post-20 baseball, and they help us out a lot. So, I mean, we have some really good local sponsors, not to mention all the people in Greenwood. The communities come together with it.
Absolutely. So only $5 for adults. Where can you go? You can't even go to a movie for that price.
You're right. And the hot dogs, I think the hot dogs, they got $5 to get 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink, and for $10 you can have a good time.
Absolutely. So you want to make sure you're there. Now, what are you serving though at 9 o'clock in the morning? That's what I want to know. Hot dogs?
No, actually, Joe Lowry and Danny Grubbs, who head up our concession stand, they actually going to have, sausage biscuits. I thought they were going to have that morning. They got to talking about it. They said, hot dogs probably going to do too good early in the morning. I said, so no. I think they're going to try to work something out for somebody donuts and stuff such as that.
Well, I'm sure that if Danny is involved in it, Danny Grubbs, that there is going to be something good there, and he'll get everybody involved.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
So, now, do you have any other activities involved in this, or is it just play baseball? Do you have any activities for the crowds or for the? No,
this one would be strictly playing baseball. The schedule, it's not really tight. Is the way the bracket set up is we play on one field. And again, we got real fortunate that Atlanta University stepped in and said, hey, we want to be part of this and help out. So, but we're not going to have any extra activities. They probably have a 50-50 or something like that. Okay. But as far as anything else, no.
No. Okay. All right. Well, the competition is on. We have, of course, our Greenwood team. The Greenwood. Now, what are they? The Greenwood
Braves.
The Greenwood Braves.
It's to bring back some of the old history went on out there. The players and coaches said, "Hey, we've never been had a mascot or a name besides Post 20. Can we come up with something?" And it's amazing how the morale changed. Sure, let's do it. They did it.
Okay, all right. So we got the Greenwood Braves will be out there playing. You say they have a pretty good chance of taking it all the way home here.
Oh, we got some skilled players. We got 18 skilled players, and our depth is in pitching, for example. I spoke a while ago with Will New, who's not normally a pitcher, and he played pitched the last game, and he did an outstanding job. It's not the first time he's done that for us, but we had the chance of really going all the way.
So you need to get out there and support the team. You know, the louder the voices, the more the positive reinforcement, the better you do, right?
Oh, it changed the whole atmosphere. You get them out there, and they even got the Tommy Hawk Chop going with a chance, and it's exciting.
Okay, you don't have to go to Atlanta. Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You save on gas, and you still get the same fun.
And it only costs $5. I mean, there's the real advantage right there. So why not plan this weekend? Now, Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night. And Sunday, is it the same time, 9 and 7?
Yeah, it'll be the same time, that's correct.
9 and 7 on Sunday. However, Monday, Tuesday are
Legion Field, and that 9, 2, and 7.
9, 2, and 7.
Right.
So plenty of time to get out there, whatever time that you can get out there and support. You may not be able to go to all the games, but hey, at least get out there and go to a couple of them. And the final game is Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock. Am I right?
That's correct, 10 o'clock.
Okay, so there you go. Now, these guys that are playing, they are, what age group is this?
Well, this is the senior league, and so they're 19 and below. We have them. I think Will New actually is one of the oldest guys. I think he turns 19 this weekend. So he's
wow. How about that for Kismet here?
Yeah, but we actually have a young man that's 15 years old, just turned 16, I believe. He's one of the youngest. So we have some skilled players. The age variance is there, but they all. Again, I'm so proud of them. I mean, it's amazing what the coaches have done with the talent we've got and just pulled together a good team.
You know, that's one thing when you get people all pulling on the same string, as I have a good friend likes to say. When everybody's pulling on the same string, it really makes a difference.
Oh, it does. I mean, from the first game, you sit back and say, this is, is this going to work?
This is a little awkward.
Yeah, but it's amazing how much has changed from the first game of the season to what we're seeing now. It's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and the sad thing, though, isn't it, Dale, is that it will be over sometime this summer. It will be over. That team will be no more.
Oh yes, you're right, and it's a lot of work involved. And many times there's a lot of stress involved. But
yeah, we didn't get your information till the last minute.
I had so much going on, and I apologize. But what at the end of the season, we really hate to see these young men, because some aren't going to be able to come back.
Sure.
And we do have a final banquet that Legion puts together for everyone, and gets our goodbyes. Some will come back and try out. I mean, just because you play this year doesn't mean you're going to make it next year. So you have to stay in shape and keep the skills going.
Yeah, but that has to be rough. It's almost like graduating from high school or college. Yes. I mean, that's it. There.
It is, and it's what's great is you sit in the stadium and in the stands, and you have old players come up and they come, hey, how's it going, man? Miss you, missed last year. And just going, that bond, and because it's truly a team environment.
We need more of that in the world today, don't you think?
I totally agree with that. People that are conscientious about something.
Absolutely. I know a study that was done 2 or 3 years ago, and they were asking kids, now these were kids I think in middle school, but how many of them played baseball? Okay?
Uh-huh.
And they did this study, and they showed it was a tremendous increase in the kids playing baseball, and they were going, wow, what is this? We didn't think that there would be that many out there. Well, they were playing baseball on their Game Boys.
Oh, my goodness.
Or whatever, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So they don't understand?
The outside, being outside in the fresh air and everything. So I think it's great. But I tell you what, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors. When we come back, we want to talk a little bit about the scholarships and how this all comes together, because this is phenomenal. There is an end goal here for all of our guys here. So don't you go away. We'll be right back. And if you have a question, don't hesitate to give us a call, 229-7984. That's 229-7984. Oh, that's right. We're right back here at Sharp Facets Gallery on the 72 bypass. We're having a great conversation. I thoroughly am enjoying learning more about the American Legion Post 20 and, of course, what's happening this weekend. There is so much neat stuff that happens, and, I always feel that it's good for it to be out there so people can really know, and I certainly hope that you, if you've been out there listening, will put this on a calendar. This is phenomenal. You don't have to do any traveling. It's coming right here to Greenwood. So if you love baseball, if you love getting out there and supporting and watching young people perform, and these guys, whether they're from Greenwood or some of the other teams around the state, these are the best.
Oh, yes. These are the best that the competition in Legion is unreal.
So you want to get out there and see it. And like we said, there will probably not be hot dogs at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, something different.
But if you want to get a hot dog Saturday night or a good hot dog Sunday night, hey, make sure you're out there. Now, this, of course, as we've said, will be going on at the American Legion, the John P. Nave Legion Field, is that right?
John Navy Stadium at Legion Field.
There you go. And of course, over there at Landers, so at the Mayfield. So you've got two opportunities. And of course, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it'll all be over there at the American Legion Field. But what are some of the things that I know when somebody signs up for this, there are some things that they have to ascribe to be part of the team. It's not just about baseball, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, it's commitment to your team. And that commitment is on several different levels. For example, we don't allow participation anywhere else. And it comes for a couple of reasons. Mainly because if someone says at the last minute I'm going to go and play with another organization or do something else, then that could leave that team shorthanded.
Sure.
So, unfortunately for them, if they decide to come to Legion Ball, they accept that there won't be many vacation days because our tempo is more than weekends. We may play 4, possibly 5 games during the week. So, I mean, you're really playing on like a college level, and that's what we consider a college prep organization. But on top of that, we instill citizenship, pride, honoring yourself, honoring in your fellow teammates, honoring in your fellow citizens, and they're set up on a code of ethics, so to speak. That
there's a scary word, ethics.
Yes, and they're told that if you go out here and you get in trouble, there's consequences. If you're out here doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, and especially if you get caught, there's consequences. You could be off the team, and everyone relies on each other on the team. So the coaches have done a really good job. They put this in writing. They give it to them and say, this is what you want. You want part of Legion Baseball. This is what Legion Baseball is all about. These are the rules. You break the rules, consequences. And all of them, hey, the young men that tried out and the ones that are still with us now that made the team, they've accepted the rules and regulations, and I'm happy to say that we've had a really good year. We hadn't had any issues at all.
That's terrific. Now, of course, you were telling me about pride in our flag and what these things stand for, and community and everything. Really make it part of it. Kind of a, what shall we say? It has to do a little bit with civics, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, they give the pep talk. Once they made the team, we set them down and said, look, gentlemen, this is what it's all about. These Legionnaires are, to be in the American Legion, you have to be in serving in a time of war. And all these Legionnaires up there, I've got a lot of respect for them. They've seen a lot and done a lot. We've got some as far back as Second World War, to Korean War, to Vietnam, obviously, and Grenada, Beirut. But I explained
and all of them need to be thanked for their service.
Exactly. I mean, I'm so proud to be part of an organization such as this. And I explain to these young people that when you stand out there and you look at that flag, it's more than just cover your heart and listen to the national anthem, but think about the sacrifices, not just those sitting behind you watching you, but those that didn't get the chance to come back home. And we have a lot of family members that come out that lost a loved one, during wartime, and they come talk to us. And I'm very proud of these young men because I get compliments after compliments saying, I watch your young men sit there and they stand at attention and watch that flag and listen to the national anthem, and they show so much pride out there, and it brings a lot of, it makes your heart swell just a little bit to know these young men understand what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, I think our country would be different if we had more that understood what our country was about.
I totally agree, because it's the sacrifices made for us to live in the way we're living right now. I mean, there's no perfect world, nope. But for us to be where we're at right now, there's a lot of people that didn't get to come home and see their family for the last moments. Absolutely.
And, particularly you said you had been over in Afghanistan, and just the accident that had happened, you had been not far from that.
That's correct. I was in Afghanistan. I first went there in 2008, and I was in Kabul, like everyone goes into Kabul or Kabul.
Yeah.
And then I traveled over to Herat, and that's where I think the most recent issues took place. And of course, we had some issues that went on there, and I traveled further south, and they called it Wild West, in a place called Shaus, and that was outside of Helmand. And very ironic while I was there, we had some incidents that took place where some Marines had to come in and assist us in some things, and those very Marines that were there helping us, they were training in Greenwood, the Marine Corps Special Operations Group here, and we got to talking. They said, "Where do I know you from?" And we got to talking. They said, "Well, you in Shiles?" I said, "Yeah, I remember you now." So we went 8,000 miles and showed up in Greenwood to meet each other.
My husband could tell stories like that when he was in the Vietnam War and then ended up in Ethiopia, and a friend of his came riding up on a donkey and said, "I just came to see you."
Yes.
8,000 miles away.
Yeah, it's just crazy how that works out. But these young men, they understand. We tell them, to be respectful, and this is the reason why, because these people in the stadium, they've earned it. But overall, we ask them to be respectful to everybody, not just because someone served our country. That's above and beyond. But be respectful of all. Your fellow teammates, your fellow citizens. Be respectful and don't. I don't know how. We don't want young men out here that's representing Post 20 that will bring basically a black eye to Post 20. I don't know how else to put that.
Dishonor.
Dishonor.
There you go. We'll use that word, dishonor. I don't know if it's a word, but anyways.
It sounds good.
It does sound good. But that is terrific, and we need more. And there are organizations in Lee and Greenwood but around our country that help bring that about. And it's good that when they get to be that age that they still have that guidance.
Oh yes, and like I said, we don't have problems with young men. And I was telling a parent not too long back that this is my second year as the athletic director. And I've been a member of Post 20 for a number of years, and I've witnessed the ball team, the players. It's like we generate players that are to that caliber.
Well, I'm sure if you had somebody that got in there, they probably wouldn't last.
Not with the discipline that's required of them.
That's right.
It really is. We hold them to a strict code of ethics, code of conduct, and so it does. It seems to be it generates those.
Absolutely. So this is a great weekend to be in Greenwood. Keep in mind there's going to be a lot of people. You said somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000 people will be coming in.
That's correct.
So that's going to affect the restaurants. I mean, I always say you need to be aware of this because they're going to be eating in our restaurants. They're going to be in the hotels and motels around. So be aware.
Now, I'm told that there is no motel rooms left in Greenwood. I don't know if that's just it or if we got other things going on, but I'm told
that makes you proud, doesn't it, Dale?
It really does, because you want to help out the community. And it's kind of a win-win for everybody. We get to have baseball here, and of course, it brings a lot of people in our community.
Now, will you guys be doing any practice before Saturday, or are you just laying low?
They're probably out there at practice now. I think they're going to start at 5 o'clock today.
Okay. So they'll be practicing. They'll be ready. Get out there and support the Greenwood Braves. That's right. You'll be having a good time. Right now, outside, though, it is 94 degrees. We do have 94 degrees and a heat advisory in effect from noon through 7 p.m. today. So just for the record, pretty darn hot out there. What are we looking for the rest of the evening? Looks like we may get a thunder shower or two. That would certainly help cool things off. Yes, we are right here at Sharp Facets Gallery. It says it feels like 99 out there. What are we looking for tonight? We're looking for maybe some skies will become partly cloudy after midnight, low around 75, maybe some isolated thunderstorms. But tomorrow, genuinely sunny skies despite an afternoon thunder shower. This reminds me of Florida. When it's like this every afternoon, you get a thunder shower. But Dale, it certainly has been good for you to come out and see us here today. I know you're proud. I know you're looking forward to everybody getting out there. $5 to go to it, whether you go to the Stephen P. Dolney Stadium or right out here at Legion Field, right out there next to the old Civic Center. If you haven't been there and you're here in Greenwood, you need to go, and this would be a great weekend to go.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. It's been great. And, of course, this is your opportunity to see some of the best. So when you want to see non-professional, but see it played with gusto and spirit on a moving forward to professional level.
That's right.
You got to come out this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, 9 o'clock and 7 o'clock games, 9 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, check the schedule, but Wednesday, the final game, hopefully will be at 10 a.m. So beautiful time to be in Greenwood.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to have to leave happy hour this afternoon to y'all, so just enjoy some music. And by the way, the price of gold made it up today. Don't know what's going on, but you know you got to take advantage of it while you can. Let's see, gold closed at, what are we at, 1603, is that right? This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Looks like about 1603, folks. Hey, I'm Ann Eller. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, tomorrow afternoon we got Curtis Loftus, our state treasurer, and Steve Brown with the county council race. Don't you miss it tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye, everybody.